is exploitation by definition. You're using someone else to gain something yourself. That is exploitation, right?
No, that's not exploitation. If you are killing them for fun, then you are going against it.
But you're killing them for pleasure. It's not the same thing. Taste pleasure, right?
Yeah, what is
That's killing for fun. You said you're allowed, but that doesn't mean you have to. So I'm curious, what makes you choose to do so?
test? That's good.
If you don't need to kill someone, isn't it wrong to do it?
Well, I don't care.
If God wanted us to eat animals, why would He give them a will to live, feelings, eyes to see, fear, love, pain receptors?
Yeah.
Why would God make them in such a way and still say, fuck them, eat them? Does that sound like a good God?
Se hva som skjer på vår jord. Vi må renovere stedet vi bor.
Det er det som kommer til å skje.
Verden trenger helt nye spor. På høy tid med en revolusjon.
Jeg heter Mathias, og jeg har en YouTube-kanal hvor jeg blant annet har litt sånn diskusjoner om etiske spørsmål med folk. Så jeg har lyst til å stille deg litt sånn spørsmål for å finne ut av liksom hva ståstedet ditt er, og starte liksom mer sånn enklere spørsmål, så blir det kanskje litt vanskeligere etter hvert. Er du med på det?
Jeg kan prøve, ja.
Ja? Ok, så aller først, hva synes du om vold?
Vold er ikke bra.
Ikke bra?
Enkelt, ja.
Ja, nei, bra.
Det er sånn at vi nær svar.
Ja. Finnes det situasjoner hvor vold kan forsvarliggjøres?
Ja.
I hvilke situasjoner er det på en måte greit med vold?
Ikke vold, men vold er jeg tror vold er et ord som jeg kan bare på engelsk, egentlig.
Vil du heller snakke engelsk? Vi kan. Okay, yeah. So, are there situations where violence can be justified?
I think so.
Okay, what type of situations?
But I will not call it vold, maybe punishment.
Punishment?
Yeah, can also be a vold.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a violent punishment, but you started off, you said like violence is bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, is it always bad, or is there some times where you can say like it's justified? Or?
Well, for my background as I can look here for you. Or for my background as a Christian, if you follow for example, the Israelite and the Pharaoh was not allowing the Israelite to get out of the Egypt. Then he need to be punished.
Yeah.
So that that is I would say.
Yeah. So in that circumstances,
so violence can be justified if it's like to prevent an injustice. Is that a way of interpreting what you're saying?
Well,
how about
how do you feel about like exploitation, meaning using someone else for your own benefits without their consent?
That could be.
Is it good or bad? For or against?
It's bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Can exploitation ever be okay?
In which way?
But that's what I'm asking you. Like, is it all
Is exploitation
always wrong, or can it be acceptable sometimes?
Exploitation. Exploitation is always bad if you are not in argument with the person you're exploiting with. But that's what we will say. That's my answer.
Yes, exploitation is always wrong.
It's always wrong because the person you're exploiting, he doesn't agree with you in your.
So, how do you feel about all the animals people exploit for things like meat, eggs, milk, clothing, entertainment, animal testing, and so on?
That is a good question.
Yeah?
But that's a good question. We don't exploit animals.
Humans don't exploit animals?
But some people do it for fun, like you shoot and they let it die. But if you kill it in a good way, slaughter it, we do slaughter and eat, we are not exploiting.
But it is exploitation by definition. You're using someone else to gain something yourself. That is exploitation, right?
No, that's not exploitation.
Do you think the animals see it as
It's like you are using the oxygen. You are not exploiting the oxygen.
No, no.
And what animals are
Is there a difference between, say, oxygen and an animal?
I know that's true. But I just want to explain the thing that is not yours. You are using. I just want to explain that the thing is not yours, but you are using it.
Yeah.
Not exploiting.
But if I break a rock or I use a rock, is that exploitation? Because exploitation means using someone. Is air a someone? Is a rock a someone? What makes you and I? What makes us a someone?
Someone.
Yeah.
Well, so I will feel my mind is still bubbling in the word exploit, explore. You explore. Is it? Can you?
Not explore, exploit.
Exploit.
Yeah, using
Someone else against their will for your benefits. Yeah.
For example, I can give the example. If you're in a country where there's minerals, and another country go there and use that minerals, it benefits other people in a divestment of cars, but you're exploiting the
Yeah, but is a mineral a someone?
someone's. Yeah, in the definition of the countries that or the government have authority over it. But if you can have this argument with the country, but.
But I'm just asking about your opinions.
My point,
And you started off saying
You started off saying violence is bad, and exploitation is always bad.
yeah,
And then I asked,
not always bad. Punishment, if you go with punishment,
what you say?
if you say exploiting a person can be bad,
Yeah.
and if you use that word to punishment, if you connect that word exploiting, no, it's not connected.
Do you think we should respect other animals?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So is there a respectful way to kill someone who does not want to die?
If you value the life. Life is sacred.
If I value your life, can I kill you? Is that respectful?
No, because if you believe in God, God says that God value the life. So.
And you say you're Christian, right?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness.
Okay. So in God's perfect paradise, first humans ate fruits and vegetables, right?
Yeah.
And then with the fall of man and we sinned, then we started eating animals. But in God's final paradise, it's like the lion will eat the hay like the ox and lay with the lamb. So in the first paradise God intended for us, we didn't eat animals.
No.
And in the last paradise, not even animals are going to eat each other. No one will eat each other.
Well, so doesn't this
tell you something about what God wants us to do?
First, I agree with what you said. First, I don't believe we are not eating animals. And what
I also
used to eat animals, but then
the situation
realized.
changed. Yeah. Then there were given the permission to eat animals, but not the blood. No.
I get that we were given permission because, like, after the flood of sins, then there were like less resources, and so. But in our time today, when we have like smartphones, we have access to all the foods we want from all around the world. We know about all the different nutrients which we didn't know in biblical times, you know. So, is there a good justification to exploit God's creatures today in our time?
We have been allowed to eat them. For example, animals.
You don't have to, right? It's not like you have to eat animals.
But since we have been allowed to the Creator, so we can eat them. But if you are killing them for fun, then you are going against.
But you are killing them for pleasure. It's not the same thing. Taste pleasure, right?
Yeah,
That's killing for fun, right?
If you want to eat, is not just for fun, because you are eating them.
Yeah, but we don't need to anymore. That's what I'm saying. So it's a choice now. Before we had to survive, right?
Yeah.
But now in our time we don't need to use any animals anymore for anything. I can get exercise from beating an animal. I will benefit exercise, but it creates a victim, right? So with eating, I can get nutrients from other sources than the actual animal.
Because even trees have life.
Yeah.
So.
But they don't have brains, they don't have nervous systems, pain receptors. If God wanted us to eat animals, why would He give them a will to live, feelings, eyes to see, fear, love, pain receptors?
Yeah.
Why would God make them in such a way and still say, fuck them, eat them? Like, does that sound like a good God?
Well, we cannot understand God.
No,
Because
it's not.
is the wisdom and is
What do you think He wants us to do when, since, like I said, He gave animals all these traits,
trait?
like the nervous system, consciousness, the ability to feel pain, to suffer.
I don't know. I don't.
What do you think if God made animals like this, and I guess when you see animals suffer, you feel bad also?
Suffer. In which way? In which way?
If you see someone being cruel to an animal, like for fun, just if I was kicking a pigeon or a seagull,
Yeah.
how would you feel about that?
Because it's all life.
Can you just answer the question? How would that make you feel?
Not good.
Not good.
Yeah.
So doesn't that tell you something? Isn't that maybe that's God speaking through you? That like, if you were supposed to eat animals, you wouldn't care so much what happens to them, right?
Yeah, because we are all have been created with conscience. So we are all, everyone has been created with a conscience. So you know what is good and bad, even though you are a bad person, but you know what is right and wrong.
Yeah.
So if I see someone doing wrong things, I will know that it's wrong.
Well, like you said, like we have this conscious, this like moral feeling of right and wrong. Like it depends how we were raised and all this, of course, and the environment and society and everything. Of course, there are bad, like not everyone have like a strong sense of empathy, but we can, even if we didn't feel bad, we can still have what's called cognitive empathy. So even if I didn't like care emotionally about someone else, I can still logically understand that someone else hurts and like
That's what I say. We all have been created. You can be an evil person, like an evil parent, but the parent, he can steal food for their children. So it means he loves children, but stealing is bad. So we all understand what is wrong and right, even though we can try to snake out in. But
so isn't it wrong if you don't need to kill someone? Isn't it wrong to do it?
To do to animals?
Yeah, animals are someone's, right?
Well,
I'm not sure.
we have been allowed to eat them, but they are.
That doesn't mean you have to, right?
That is
If you go back to
everyone's
this-
opinion, actually, I will say. If you're asking me, then I don't have to eat, no? Because there's other fruits and vegetables. They are.
Plant-based meats.
Fat
and like,
meats,
yeah.
You can be vegetarian, but
Do you know the definition of veganism?
actually I don't know. But what I just know is that you eat plant-based.
That's a practice vegans follow. Being vegan means that you're against exploiting other animals, or you mean you think humans should not exploit other animals.
Yeah.
Other animals are not here for us to use as we please, but they are here with us. They have intrinsic value. What do you think about this principle?
Their principle. It's actually nice because all animals have life.
Yeah.
Life is sacred.
If life is sacred, why take life when we don't need to anymore?
But since we have been allowed to eat them to the Creator, which I believe, then for my answer to be, you can eat, but you can choose because then you have free will. You have been created with also free will, so you can choose to eat if your conscience allows.
But why? What makes you choose to eat animals?
And are
You
you,
said you're allowed, but that doesn't mean you have to. So I'm curious, what makes you choose to do so? The taste or what?
Taste. The taste good.
yeah?
One thing, but
But can we use sensory pleasure, like getting pleasure, like does that justify violence and exploitation?
yeah. Killing the animal is not exploitation if you.
I think you
eat-
would feel
if
it
you-
if you were in their position.
My position. No, I cannot be in the position of animal, but we are all almost not species, but being in other person's shoes is quite different because I will not understand how. I know the pain because sometimes I have experience, but I will not understand. I will not understand the pain is the same, but
Pen like
sorry,
me,
animal.
prison or what?
Huh?
What do you mean by pen? Is it a prison or what?
Pain is the same for animal and for animals and us people.
I like the pen, or what do you mean?
Pain, the pain, not the pain you use. What you mean? The pain, the feelings, pain.
Okay, feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We almost have the same feeling, but sorry, animal, you have to eat you.
Yeah, we have to eat, but we don't have to eat them anymore.
Is it like,
So, like a,
even, for example, if you go in the park, animal like lion can also eat you, so
Yeah.
to survive.
But do we have a bit more moral, like responsibility than a lion? Lions also rape each other, you know.
No, okay, for example,
Does that make it okay for us to rape?
if I ask you questions
Yeah.
before that,
Sure.
what can lion eat? Vegetables?
Exactly. They can't. They're obligate carnivores. They have to survive. We don't. We can survive and thrive without it, right?
And I'm just asking for being curious. What were they eating when they were created? And what were lions eating? When they-
Well, we're not lions, so why
just-
do we-
No. What were they eating when they were created?
they have always been carnivores.
Carnivore?
Yeah.
So,
Eating animals.
did they
But in God's
justify
perfect
it?
paradise, when God's final kingdom will come,
Yeah.
and the world will be how God wants it to be, then it says that the lions will eat hay like the ox.
Yeah.
So does that mean that God wants all us animals, all his creations, to leave each other alone?
The situation changed when even after Noah's flood, they were now then allowed to eat the animals.
Yeah, because back then they had to, maybe probably to survive.
To survive, yeah. But now, other people's, for example, me, I can choose to eat vegetable, but it's a bit expensive for myself. But if you have money, I can eat.
Do you know the cheapest foods in the world are like rice, beans, lentils, potatoes, pasta? The cheapest foods in the world is vegan. Yeah, so you can save money being vegan if you want.
So,
Like, there's really nothing like. Depends how you structure it though.
Yeah.
You can eat healthy, eat cheap. You can eat expensive, have junk food. So it can be whatever you want it to be, and you can all the dishes you like now. You can make a plant-based version. So you can use like spices and things to create the same flavors. And if it's like a small difference in flavor though, in taste pleasure, is that small percentage in difference worth taking someone else's life? When we don't need to.
If you don't, I don't know. You're asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I can answer in my own opinion.
yeah, I'm only curious about your.
Only curious about your opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, since God has allowed, I can say me to eat them, and I have free will. But God also created me with free will.
Maybe this is a test from God. Maybe He says, "Yeah, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
You're allowed to kill and exploit and eat my creation, which I gave consciousness, feelings, all these things, and a will to live. I gave them all these things. I'm allowing you to kill and eat them if you want to. I'm not saying you have to. Maybe this is a test."
No,
Maybe,
it is impossible for God to act or test a person to do wrong things. He doesn't do that. So that's what I believe. It is unthinkable.
Okay. Can I give you like a card with a documentary to check out? Have you heard about this documentary called Christspiracy?
Conspiracy.
Christspiracy.
Christ spirit.
Have you heard about it? No? Okay, you should check it out. I can
What do you
Write
mean?
it down.
Oh, okay. It's,
Yeah.
just a second. This documentary here, Dominion, it shows all the industry practices, what happens to all the animals in the different industries. So as long as you're not vegan, you should watch it so you know what you're supporting. So then you can make up your own mind. If you see this and ask yourself like, is this the work of God? Is this what God would have want?
Oh yeah.
And if you also, this one you would check out, I wrote it here, Christspiracy. You can find it online also. So, and it tackles a bit like this dilemma with like from perspective of like religion as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everyone has a free will,
Yeah.
and
So yeah, and this is just like if you want to see what I'm doing, like
Matthias.
yeah. So, but you can just keep the car. And I appreciate you stopping for a conversation. I don't think God wants us to kill and use these creatures when we don't have to. That's all I can say. But you're in charge of your actions. You decide what you want to do with this information here. So, but I hope you'll choose compassion and respect animals and leave them alone.
Yeah, that's true, because I agree with what you said, because I read somewhere in the Bible what it says, all those who are polluting the earth will also destroy it. So, in that
That's
way,
another reason to boycott animal products, because it's also really environmentally destructive, because it takes way more plants and water resources to first feed the animals and kill them instead of just feeding humans directly. So that's also another thing. We're destroying God's earth and burning down the rainforests and all this to create crops and grasslands to feed the animals people eat also. So yeah, another good reason to leave animals alone.
yeah, that's a good reason. Yeah, but everyone has their opinion, so, and if you come from a Christian background, And you read after now they are allowed to eat, but they must slaughter it because God value the life. So the life comes in the blood. So you must slaughter the animal and eat. It's okay.
Isn't
Isn't this a huge contradiction, saying you value life while you take life?
That's a good also point you are making. Because when you kill the animal, you are taking life.
Yeah.
And but if you are killing an animal, which way are you using? Are you using it for fun to kill and leave it? Or, for example, the Israelites, if you read in the Bible, they were sacrificing animals. So that way is justifiable. They are not exploiting animals because they are.
I would still say they are exploiting, but that they had more reason to in ancient times because both they didn't have access to all the different foods we have today and the knowledge we have today. So I would still say it's exploitation, but they had more reason to before. Yeah.
I mean, sacrificing animal, not eating, sacrificing, where they were not exploiting the animal.
Do you think the animal cares though why they're killed?
If they care,
Yeah.
they get scared when.
No, do you think they care why they're killed? Isn't it just the fact that they're killed which is that would upset them? If someone's gonna kill me, I don't care what they're gonna do with my body. I'm dead. So if they wanna eat me, if they wanna bury me, if they wanna, I don't care. But I don't wanna be killed. That's the issue, right?
Yeah, everyone live life because we live life because and that's why we are maybe here, trying to find out people and because we are God creates us with the eternity in our life, in our heart, but we will not find out if we don't go back to God. That's why we are here trying to build things, physical things. But if you seek like the kingdom first, and the other will be added, because these material things are, I believe, are just temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary, but it matters to the beings here now experiencing it. And if we preach like compassion, benevolence, like if you value life also, then we should act and live by those values, right? And the animals don't care what we think and what we say; they care what we do, right?
Yeah, it matters because.
But maybe this is a good place to end it. I really appreciate this conversation. I hope you check out the documentaries.
No, but I would like first before you publish, I would like to see first. Then, if it's okay, I can see what you must put out and not. If I am asked.
I'm just posting the whole conversation. If that's what you.
No, I will not allow that.
Why not? Are you embarrassed over your opinions or what?
No, I'm not embarrassed.
No?
Because I'm not embarrassed with my opinion. Because what I put out to people may affect me and other may be my friends.
I can blur your face so you're not recognizable.
Yeah, my voice matter.
I can change that.
My voice.
You agreed to be filmed when we started, and this is a public space, and you've seen me filming you all this time.
Yeah, what I ask if you will be allowed, if you will.
I can make you.
I will first see it.
I can make you like non-recognizable, so it's okay. It's just like for other people who have these conversations, like we learn from each other by seeing them and stuff like that.
Yeah, before you see if possible if you ask first. Because I don't want to be embarrassed on social media.
But why are you embarrassed?
I have feelings of I don't want to be embarrassed.
If you said something you're embarrassed about, doesn't that mean you should maybe think about like change your views? Like then if and
no, can you repeat again?
I mean, if you've said things here you don't like publicly, then why?
That was my opinion,
Yeah.
but I have other things that may be connected to this that I present. So, for me, it's better to first see and maybe.
I can take your contact info and send it to you first if you want.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, because we all stumble in wet. Maybe I say something wrong and I may regret. So before you publish, I can see where I said wrong and then I can.
Yeah, okay, sure. Let me get your contact information.
Hello everybody, this is Matthias. You must follow him on YouTube channel.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah, this one became a bit longer than it needed to be. I tried to end the conversation a few times because I noticed we were just going in circles, and this is a common thing with religious people, that because religion is not based on logic. I'm here trying to use logic, so like it comes to a point where it's just like whatever you say, and yeah. If he doesn't agree to me posting it, I'll still post it just to blur him out. He's allowed when he's non-recognizable. I can pitch his voice, whatever. So we'll see what he says. But in general, like if this has happened twice today, someone refused to be filmed and then came back and double-checked that I didn't film when they were talking because I say some things wrong. But like, why say shit that you're afraid the world hears? Like, if you're embarrassed about your opinions, change your fucking opinions. Yeah. All right. If I break a rock, was that violence towards that rock or exploitation?
No, I'd say like things that don't have feelings, that don't have perception.
So breaking your arm is quite different from breaking the branch of a tree.
Yeah, of course. As there's sexism, that can also be like discrimination against like this whole species.
Yeah,
of animals.
speciesism.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess veganism is to not exploit animals in any kind of way.
You're one of the very few people I talk to who get that right. Veganism is to animals what feminism is to women.
Yeah, at some point in my life I want to really follow this ideology.
If you're exploiting animals now, aren't you going against your own values that
I
you started
do.
off with?
I absolutely do. I guess it's very much convenience, but I also like realize that I'm actually just argumenting so that I feel good. It's so much ignoring. I can actually like trick my brain very easily into thinking, well, it's okay. But it's actually not okay because it would also not be okay if my mom would be exploited.
You see the hypocrisy,
Yeah.
so that's really
That's
cool.
the thing.